We have some exciting projects to impact the future. Let me briefly mention some of those. We all know that embryonic stem cell research requires the destruction of innocent human embryos at the earliest stages. The best defense against tax-funded embryonic stem cell research is to promote life-saving adult stem cell research. This past session, Texas Alliance for Life drafted a bill to create something called the Texas Adult Stem Cell Consortium. And we created a campaign called Put Patients First to highlight the successes of adult stem cell research and treatment. We lobbied the halls of the Texas Capitol with a number of Texans who have been successfully treated in Texas using adult stem cells for diseases like sickle cell anemia, Kosman syndrome, severe joint injury, cancer, heart disease. Now this man, Eddie Floyd, had a very serious heart attack. And thanks to a clinical trial here in Austin using adult, not embryonic stem cells, his heart is as healthy as ever. I'll let him explain.
It has apparently regenerated the muscle that died during my heart attack.
He was one of them that had complete resolution of the heart attack. You couldn't see any evidence of damage when it was over with, and he had normal heart function, so he did have a pretty dramatic response.
There really isn't anything that I can't do because of my heart that I'm aware of. There are a few things I can't do because of my belly, but there are not many things that I can't do because of my heart.
That was Eddie Floyd, and we made a video of him and some of the other folks that you saw there. We made videos of those and put them on YouTube and got them all over to the legislature and staffer. And we took some of these folks to the Capitol, and Eddie in particular, to tell his story. And wouldn't you know, several of the legislatures in Austin and their staff, who these particular ones, by the way, are not pro-life, know and love Eddie Floyd's pet store called Bark and Purr Pet Center on Burnett Avenue. Maybe you know it. Well, Eddie was an instant celebrity, and that broke the ice. Because most of the legislators are middle-aged and later, they're particularly interested in cures for cancer and heart disease. One legislator, whom I never dreamed would support our bills, suffered from heart disease. He listened to Eddie and then turned to me and said, "Joe, I love your bill." Now, the Senate passed this bill unanimously. However, time ran out during the session before the House can consider it, and that sometimes happens. Well, we'll be back next session. Other projects we're working on. Last spring, during the legislative session, we came very close to passing a bill to create a Choose Life license plate to promote adoption as a compassionate alternative to abortion. We worked very hard on the ultrasound bill, an informed consent bill, so that a woman can see her baby before deciding to have an abortion. Both of these issues died before the final passage of the legislature. Unfortunately, but these continue to be major goals of Texas Alliance for Life. Another major goal continues to be to defund and to shut down Planned Parenthood's abortion facilities. Our research has found that in Texas, Planned Parenthood receives nearly 20 million state tax dollars every year. Now, we made some progress. Recently, working with some pro-lifers in San Antonio, we actually found that we shut down 4 of Planned Parenthood's abortion facilities in San Antonio. Some of the pro-lifers in San Antonio discovered, and then we verified, these facilities were performing abortions illegally without a state-required license. And the state of Texas has fined them $119,000. But the attacks are coming from all sides. Now in Washington, pro-abortion forces are working hard to ensure that the proposed national health care plan includes federally funded abortions. If they are successful, this would result in the greatest expansion of abortion in the United States since Roe versus Wade. We are fighting back by mobilizing the thousands of pro-life citizens that we have identified in key congressional districts here in Texas and encouraging them to contact their own U.S. representatives. The message is, do not support any health care plan unless it explicitly excludes abortion. In fact, there's a postcard at your table that I'd like you to look at. It tells you a message, how to contact your own state representative, and we'd like you to do that when you get home or tomorrow, and then mail it to a friend so a friend could do the same. As I mentioned earlier, we are fighting tax-funded abortions right here in Travis County, paid for by the Travis County Hospital District. We were outraged that the board of directors is considering that that the Travis County Healthcare District, which uses property taxes to provide health care to needy low-income clients, that they plan to spend nearly $500,000 in our property taxes for abortion on demand. Now, there was a meeting this evening. They did not take a vote. The vote, we believe, will be at their meeting in November, which is, I believe, November 12th. Watch our website for updates. Regardless, we know, all of us here know that we're in this for the long haul. And you're going to want to catch our updates on our website, sign up for our email updates, and other ways you can get involved. Mark your calendar for the Texas Rally for Life at the state capitol coming up on January 23rd, that's a Saturday, 2010, which, by the way, is an event that our organization has organized for almost 2 decades. Well, a little anecdote. I was recently offered my very first senior discount on a cup of coffee. Now, I couldn't in good conscience take that because I'm not quite there, but it did remind me how much we have to get to train the next generation of pro-lifers. So among our other projects, Texas Alliance for Life has made a special commitment to promote college pro-life activities. And before we can accomplish anything in the capitals and in the courts, we must have the right people in office. Our Political Action Committee will be heavily involved in key races during the next elections. Well, I wish to thank every single person here for your support. I especially wish to thank our leadership circle members who make a special sacrifice, and believe me, we really appreciate you. None of this, thank you. None of this would be possible without your support, and we will accomplish none of our goals in the future without your support this evening. We've got a tough road ahead. By joining our team here at Texas Alliance for Life with passion, commitment, and unyielding hope, we will continue to make a huge difference in Texas. Thank you.